welcome to your midweek update. I'm your host, Paul, from KCTK Radio. This is the program where we give you a very quick update about what people are talking about this week. We examine the latest trending Google searches for today so you know what everyone is concerned about. Now, I'm not claiming these are the most important things or even that you should know them at all, for crying out loud. I'm just helping you by letting you know what is going on in the world and what people are searching for. So, enough with the chitter chatter. On with the countdown.
Number 5.
Number 5 is Ronan Farrow. Ronan Farrow is now considered to be a great investigative reporter. He used to work for NBC News. There's a bit of controversy that they got rid of him because he had his own show on MSNBC, but they got rid of him. But in the latest part of his career, he has really done a lot to expose some mischief, some bad things that are going on. More than mischief. He's the one that broke the story on Harvey Weinstein, and it looks like he was the one that broke the story on the Attorney General in, his name's Eric Scheiderman in New York State, and the assault that he has allegedly done. So Ronan is, he is a very tenacious reporter, a young guy. The other thing you should know about him is that his mother is Mia Farrow, the famous actress, and his father is Woody Allen. He has gone very public with criticizing Woody Allen and basically going out and saying that Woody molested his sister. And he's very critical of the Hollywood folks who are still backing up Woody Allen. So he seems to be on a mission to really expose hypocrisy and try to keep people safe. And I shouldn't bring this up because he's really doing great work, but I look at the kid, and he looks to me like Frank Sinatra. There's the rumor that Mia Farrow used to be married to Frank Sinatra, and that Ronan's real biological father is Frank Sinatra. Now, I'm not saying it's true. Google it, I guess. But Ronan Farrow has earned all this trending search because he has created his own career regardless of who his father is, what anything else has happened. He's really become a journalist that we can count on for exposing hypocrisy. Congratulations, Ronan Farrow.
Number 4.
Number 4 is very interesting. It's very much of an entertainment, kind of a feel-good type story. The search is Cole Sprouse. Yes, you know him as one of those little twins that were on Friends and The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Well, he's now on a TV show called Riverdale, where he plays Jughead. Yes, Jughead of the Archies. I don't know if he's playing his tambourine or driving his jalopy, but I know he's eating hamburgers. So he's was searched today because he showed up at the Met Gala, which I guess is a big thing in New York City, with his new girlfriend, the first time they've come out publicly as boyfriend and girlfriend, and her name is Lily Reinhardt. She happens to play Betty on the show Riverdale. Yeah, Betty of the Archies. And she is, quite frankly, she's a looker. And it's cute that these two young people are work together, and now they're out on the town having a great time, looking great. And it looks like people are trying to Google Cole Sprouse today because they want to know a little bit about his fantastic life and his sweet life, if you want to call it that, and trying to feel good about their wonderful romance. So congratulations, Cole and Lily. This is the time when we take a quick break and we thank our sponsors for the show. This is what we do. Today, the show is brought to you by Slender Sensations. You know, when we moved this summer, we had to say goodbye to our house, our neighborhood, our fitness instructor. Luckily, we work out at Slender Sensations. It's a national chain with over 300 locations across the country. When we arrived in town, it was so easy to settle in. We love our new home, hit it off with all the neighbors, and didn't miss a set thanks to Slender Sensations. To find out more about where you can learn the Lean Extremes location to you, visit their website at www.slendersensations.com and click on their directory. And tell them Paul sent you. That's Slender Sensations, your number one club for fitness across America. And use our promo code YourMidWeekUpdate at checkout.
Number 3.
Number 3 is the Iran nuclear deal. It looks like the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, took a quick vacation from dealing with all his other legal troubles and went ahead and backed down of the Iranian nuclear deal that was put in place by the U.S. government in working with Iran to make sure they don't have nuclear weapons, so there's not a nuclear war in the Mideast. Now, those of you that are upset, don't be too upset. Trump has said from the very beginning it's the worst deal ever. Those of you that are happy that he backed out, congratulations. There probably is going to be a war. But those of you who are upset, maybe there's another way around this. I don't quite understand why you would try to enter negotiations with one country so they don't have nuclear weapons and then reject a negotiation with another country so they don't have nuclear weapons. I don't understand the guy. I never will. And don't be too surprised because he's Donald Trump, and yes, he's our president.
Number 2.
Number 2 is there was an earthquake in California. It's a magnitude 4.5 earthquake, and it was around the San Andreas power area. It shook the earthquake a large portion of Southern California yesterday, so a lot of people are checking that out. I mean, there's always been, ever since Superman, the movie in 1978, there's been fears that someone would use a weapon to cause an earthquake, which would make more coastal line for their benefit. But I think this is actually from the San Andreas fault that people have been worried that there's going to be an earthquake. So I bet all our friends out there in California are absolutely freaked out, wondering if this is the big one, wondering if this was the time when it's a scary situation. It looks like it was, I don't have enough information to tell you if it was a really bad earthquake or not, but it's troubling times, and hopefully when there is a even massive earthquake, they have safety and everything together in California. So that's why it's so high on the search today, is because people are freaked out. They're checking out earthquake. Actually, what the term is on Google is if you type in earthquake, then it will give you all the information. And hopefully no earthquakes around here, no earthquakes there. I want everyone to be safe. Okay, folks? That sounds good. And here we go.
And number 1.
Number 1 is actually kind of a serious thing. I want to share with you a video made by Cora Skaggs of Kansas City, Missouri. She's 13 years old. She put together a video that basically asks adults to do something about gun violence. And it's a very touching video. It's very factual. But I think it's worth your time. We're going to go ahead and play it now, and I want you to take a look and listen for yourself.
Two shooters were initially believed involved in the mass shooting. Here behind me, they discovered 23 firearms, another 19 at his home here in Nevada. That brings the total to 42.
It sounded like automatic weapons fire, like a machine gun?
In downtown Sacramento, following the police shooting of an unarmed black man.
Troubling new questions about the police shooting of Stephon Clark in his grandmother's backyard, the deadly school shooting in San Bernardino, California, and that terrifying message that...
The only way that I can know for sure that this gun will never hurt anyone is if it doesn't exist.
Pretty powerful video from Cora Skaggs of Kansas City, Missouri. I really do recommend that you watch this on video on YouTube or on a YouTube channel. Those of you that listen to us on a podcast or on KCTK radio live streaming, you got to see the visuals of all this. Basically, she's saying it's time for a change. The basic human right is the right to live and show kindness, and we need to do something about mass shootings. Now, before we get into any of the fights on this, I want everyone to look at this, and there's nothing that says that we need to confiscate all guns, so don't be afraid of that. There's nothing that says that we need to lock up every person who's troubled, so don't be afraid of that. This is simply a young lady who is fearful. Like many her age are fearful that gun violence will affect their lives. We do all kinds of things to keep us secure. A lot of people want to build a gigantic wall to make sure others don't come into our country. A lot of people want to lock up anyone that says a terrible word to keep people safe. It's all because of fear. And now our kids are afraid. And to me, we should listen to them. It's time to listen to them to do something. So those of you who are on the very pro-gun side, why isn't anything done? You don't want mass shootings. If there's got to be solutions to this. Those of you on the far left side, do you really think taking every gun would solve the solution? Maybe. But at least that's something that you're providing. I guess my point is, something should be done, and those of us who are adults should do everything we can to try to listen to these kids and make them feel secure about their future and what's going on in the world. Now, usually I don't like any type of seriousness on this show because, well, I'm a buffoon. So we'll get back to more of the fun, but I wanted to share that very important, very poignant video that doesn't try to push a political message, but simply ask us as adults to do something. So that is your number one search. I'm going to link that on the audio version of this too, so you can see it yourself. But I want everyone to take a look at it and think, and perhaps maybe we can make a difference. Yay! Woo! So thanks for joining us, folks. That's your midweek update. We'll be back with more jackassery tomorrow and in the future, because I have lots of fun doing this. And that's what people are searching for. And now you're up to date, and now you know. Isn't that great? Don't you feel good about yourself? You should. This is Paul saying until we meet again, stay safe, folks.
This has been a KCTK production, produced by Paul Lavoda. If you want more information about this content, then you have some real weirdness going on. You can always check out KCTK Radio on Facebook. Listen to live programs at kctk.radio12345.com. Yes, and that is on the World Wide Web. Thank you.